Good morning to everyone. Welcome to Statistics 2nd PU online class. Myself Chaitra YC, lecturer in Statistics, Vivekananda PU College for Women, Mahalakshmi Layout. Dear students, our today's topic is about vital statistics. We all know that data or facts means numbers which are numerically expressed. Therefore, data is classified into two types, namely, first one quantitative data and the second qualitative data. Hence, statistics is a science of collection, presentation, analysis and interpretation of numerical data. Now let us arise a question. What is demography? Demography is nothing but the study of human population. What do we study about human? We study about the entire lifespan of human starting from his birth until his death. Now let us discuss about vital statistics. The main vital sources or even called as vital events are birth, marriage, sickness, death, etc. Therefore, vital statistics are conventionally numerical records of marriages, birth, sickness and deaths by which the health and growth of a community may be studied. These vital statistics are obtained by two methods. They are first one registration method and the second census enumeration method. For example, first one, in the case of birth, the information regarding the date of birth, name of parents, sex of the newborn baby, nationality, religion, etc. will also be registered. Example 2. In the case of death, the information regarding the date of death, name of the deceased, parent's name, husband's or wife's name, address and cause of death will also be registered. Hence, in this method, it is continuous and compulsory. Second one, census enumeration method. In most of the countries, population census is conducted usually once in every 10 years. Census enumeration covers data regarding sex, age, marital status, educational status, occupational status, religion, etc., which are needed for vital statistics. The above information is available for the census year only. Census data fail to produce vital statistics for intercensal years. Therefore, this method fails to provide data suitable for vital statistics. So, in these two methods, we can come to a conclusion that among registration method and census enumeration method, the best suitable method is registration method, because in this method all the details of human life are recorded continuously and compulsory in all the field, whereas in the census enumeration method it is recorded only for the once in every 10 years. So therefore the best suitable method is registration method. So now to calculate all these data, we have a formula. The next is about measurement of population. This is a mathematical method of estimating vital statistics. In this method, estimates are based on the assumption that the growth of population is at a constant ratio during the intercensal years. Population for any intercensal year can be estimated if the records of birth, deaths and migration, that is immigration and emigration, are available. The population PT at a time t is obtained as follows. Here we have the formula. PT equals P0 plus B minus D plus I minus E, where PT denotes estimate of population after time t, P0 denotes population in the previous census year, B denotes total number of live births during the given period, D denotes total number of deaths during the given period, I denotes total number of immigrants, E denotes total number of emigrants. So by using this above formula, which is displayed here, we can find out the measurement of population. Dear students, till now we came to know the basics of data, definition of statistics, meaning of vital statistics, demography, then two methods of vital statistics, measurement of population. At the last, now we are in the last point, that is uses of vital statistics. What is this uses? Where all do we use this vital statistics? The first point is they are of great use in planning and evaluation of economic and social development of a country. Second, they are useful to government agencies for administrative purposes. Third, they are very much useful in medical research. Fourth, they are essential in demographic research. Fifth, they are also of great use at international point of view. So these are the uses of vital statistics. At last but not the least, I would like to thank our management, Janata Education Society, Pankaja Madam, Triveni Madam, my family, and thanks to my lovely students for kindly cooperating here. Thank you.